Hand over heart for your affirmation, or however you choose. I am not society script. I am my own definition. I am not of this system, but a flame from God, source, the divine. I don't stress about what I can't physically fix. Again, if it's going to take longer than 15 minutes, let it go. I let go of that attachment and I monitor the use of my own energy. If you don't monitor your energy, somebody else is. And they're going to get you to not look at what's going on, and they're going to mess around and start using your energy. When you don't use your energy, which is your birthright to use your energy, to come up with your own ideas, to come up with your own innovation, to sit still and get quiet in meditation and sit still with God and start messing around. And all of a sudden ideas start coming in your head. That's why I tell you, take a pen and a notebook with you. Open up your tab on your iPhone, or if you still with an Android, find a notepad up there and start writing stuff down, even if it don't make sense. Because while you going through this spiral of this cycle of constantly going up and like this, you will come back to something, and God gonna give you wisdom, and it's not gonna make sense right now. But once you write it down, it's gonna make sense later. Write it down. It ain't gonna make sense right now. It'll make sense in 2 weeks. I woke up at 1 something this morning, went back to sleep after finished talking to God, and I woke back up at 3 something to talk to God and my ancestors. When I say they was talking, when I woke back up at 3, I think I was up close to like 4:30. I was like, y'all do know I'm human and need a little bit of sleep. Y'all need a slumber, sleep no slumber, but I need mine. Oh, something has completely changed. We have moved to a point of no return. Revelations are about to happen, and some will be crushed by what is about to happen. My God, my God, my God. The dreams that I had last night was so prophetic and so profound that at this moment I'm still stunned and having communications with God. Understanding what you give your time and attention to comes to pass. I had the dream. The dream I had, I was watching humans being made into clones. I promise you, I was sitting there watching it. I was in the room. I was in the room watching it. They couldn't see me, but I could see them. Then I woke up at 3:30 a.m. shaken by that dream. At 3:31 a.m., the power went out on the island for 2 seconds and then it came back on. I said, "That's weird." I said, "That's weird. That doesn't happen." And I said, "There's no coincidence to nothing." And I was heading to the bathroom, so I stood still for a moment because I was like, "Wait a minute, there was light and there wasn't no light. What just happened?" And I said, "Wait a minute, God, what you doing?" I didn't hear anything. And I went and came back and I heard open Instagram, and I did. And do you know, the dream I just had was confirmed to a T. I'm going to put the link down here, okay? I'm going to put the link to what I saw so you will see it. I'm going to put a message beside it that this is the link. I was in a dream talking to Dolores Cannon, and we was all in the classroom. And I had to sit with this for a minute because I was like, what? I was like, oh my word. I was like, wait. And I kept asking her, and I say it again. And I say it again. And she was looking at me like, how many more times you need me to say it? I said, because I'm baffled, because I don't know what to do with this information. I sat and watched Caucasian people being cloned. And then she told me 80% of the Caucasian population is cloned. I just stood there for a moment, maybe like an hour trying to process this. I just kept asking the question over and over. I was talking to God about it, and it was almost 4:30 a.m. by that time, and I went back to sleep. Again, I'm going to place the link. I'm going to place the link because I'm still processing it. I'm going to place the link here so you can see what I saw. He said it so nonchalantly, and I'm still processing it. Like it was new. Like everyone knew. Like I didn't know. I didn't. I didn't know. I thought back about how many of them lack empathy and constantly trying to take over stuff. And I said, well, that makes sense. But many don't create, just acquire things. But that's only 80%. A lot of them still have ideas and they come up with stuff. And they acquire things and they claim it as theirs. Tesla called them Cabbage Patch Kids. I said, oh my God. No, they didn't put this in our face in the 80s. Remember in the 80s, the Cabbage Patch dolls? And we all had one. They put this right in our face. Y'all, they put it right in our face. Also, remember the movie Body Snatchers or the updated version, Get Out? This is all that was going on in my head early this morning. They put it right in our faces and filled them up so we couldn't see the truth. Do your research. See it for yourself. I want you to see what I saw. Because I saw the dream and I said, wait a minute. What did I eat last night before I went to bed? And I said, I fasted before I went to bed. I didn't eat no dinner. So this is straight up and down. Again, do your research. Everything they said was a conspiracy theory or a myth is about to come to pass in this year. You about to see some stuff come up between January and March. It's going to happen so fast. Time is sped up. Stuff is going to happen like, and when I say disclosure is about to show up, oh my God. I found out was true. A lot of stuff that they said is conspiracy theory or a myth, like they said they wasn't no aliens. Now we finding out they're aliens in the water. They said they wasn't no mermaids. Now we finding out. I knew they was mermaids because I used to have dreams about mermaids when I was a little girl, and I was like, they got to be mermaids. Everything that they put in our face as a cartoon is truth. So if you see it, it exists somewhere. Somewhere it exists. After the things we found out about Europe taking out each other and decided to stop, to start conquering other places in the world. You don't see it? You don't see it? You don't see it. I guess that's why we're finding out about so many black people inventing things. They try to take it and claim it as theirs, as to take away our culture and appropriation. So remember this, whenever somebody says something about you, it's usually them. So when someone says you don't have no culture, flip that around and see why they saying it about you. They don't have no culture. According to Dolores Cannon, Caucasian people can't go past a certain time to see their people. When FBAs, we can go way back in time to see, because we've been here for like 7,000, I mean, 7,000 years, something like that. We can look back at our people. So that makes me wonder if that story that we heard about Inky and everything, if that is them that they was creating. And everyone else, because see, it's cultural appropriation, and then everybody else follows. So because of assimilation, because they want to be so close to being white. Mm-hmm. You finna find some stuff out this year. That was such an ouch moment. I'm pretty sure a disclosure is coming sooner than we think. Something finna happen, y'all. Something finna happen. We finna find out sooner than we know that the aliens is trying to get close to us. Something is about to pop off. Because the sun is having too many big flares. I mean, huge flares. It ain't just that. Remember Ezekiel and Enoch and Elijah kept saying that it was going to be, mountains was going to be melting, and we keep having volcanoes pop off. I'm just saying something is about to pop off. This explains a lot about the rooms I saw others win in, but I couldn't because I wasn't willing to do what they did. It caused me to be blackballed and so many other things. I chose another way around with God. It allowed me to learn more about others that I didn't